listening to the Wrinkled Sheets Podcast, brought to you today by our new sponsor, Nature's Best Relief. If you have pain in your neck, in your back, legs, knees, whatever, just pain, and you don't want to take prescription meds, check out Nature's Best Relief. Oh, yeah. It's nature. It's natural. Check it out. It's nature'sbestrelief.com. And now here's the Wrinkled Sheets Podcast. What'd you just spray in the air? Did you?
Caribbean Escape.
Did you?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Sometimes you like things to smell good. Even when they're not smelling totally bad. You just need to add a little frosting to the cupcake.
I thought maybe since you're holding the dog in your lap, maybe
No.
the dog.
No. No, there were no gases emitted.
Okay. Well,
It's Wrinkled Sheets.
it's Wrinkled Sheets. It's Wrinkled Sheets. It's really kind of neat. Listen to Wrinkled Sheets. Yeah.
Hey, Twitter King. Welcome home.
Twitter King.
I don't know. You tweet a lot.
I do?
You do.
I do?
You do?
You're the one that called me Twitter King.
I don't know.
Did
You're
you-
always on the Twitter, right?
Did you quit following me on Twitter?
No, I follow you.
Oh. Because I thought you said you turned it off because I tweeted.
I used to get notifications every time you tweeted.
Oh. That's
I stopped
that's
that
the
stuff.
part you turned off. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Is that bad? Is that a bad wife move?
No, I don't know. I just, you got to do what you got to do to survive in this world, man.
Man?
Ma'am. However,
Ma'am?
we just got to do whatever you got to do to survive in this world.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what's happening. The screen on the computer, this thing just popped up. It says toolkit. Have you ever seen that?
Computer
before?
called you a tool?
Yeah,
Ooh.
the computer just called me a
A
tool.
tool.
I don't know. It appears to still be recording, but it's kind of slow. Should I?
That's no good.
Should I pause it for a second?
Let's pause it and
All right,
see what's
let's
up.
pause it, and we'll be right back.
Be right back.
Okay, we're back. I have no idea what that was. If anybody knows, let me know. It popped up in the middle of the screen. It said toolkit with a little round symbol thing. It looked like it was working, and I don't know what it means. And it just disappeared as soon as I stopped recording. I don't know.
Weird.
Weird.
Woo, woo, woo.
This computer has always been a little weird. Didn't you think when you first got it, you were even like, I don't know why it didn't. Remember you recorded a couple of podcasts,
yes.
and then it disappeared, and there was some other...
Yes. You know what I love is my new Rose Garden computer.
by HP.
Yes. It's the rose gold computer you got me for Christmas.
It is a beautiful computer.
Love it.
Love, love, love. So how are you? What's new and exciting? Let's talk about you.
You asked me a question and I don't even get to answer.
Okay. What's new and exciting?
Huh.
That's why I was going to go.
I know.
You climbed a mountain. That's where I was going to
Oh,
go.
goodness.
I was going to, I'll let you tell the whole story, but you did some kind of fundraiser and you
Yes.
climbed Pikes Peak.
It was a fundraiser for brain injury victims.
Uh-huh.
And if you've ever experienced anyone that's had brain injury, it can be very minor or it can be very drastic, but sometimes they can, be pretty unpredictable too. When I volunteered at the hospital, I saw they were like, this patient is like high risk, very dangerous. And I'm like, he looks pretty chill. And they're like, no, he has a brain injury. He could flip that switch any moment. And I'm like, whoa. So that's what the exposure I had. But one of my coworkers has a couple relatives that have suffered brain injury, and she walked this a few years ago. And she's like, "Hey, you and Laurel have been doing some paddle boarding and being athletic.
All sporty.
Yeah,
All
do you want
sporty
to?
spice.
Do you guys want to do this?" And I was like, sure." And I remember I put it on the calendar, and you were like, "Why?" I was like, "Well, I don't know. It seems like it might be cool." I didn't know what I was getting into. So the whole 2 weeks leading up to it, Laurel's like, "Well, we need bladders. That's the big things you put water in that have the whole hose so that you can
stay hydrated."
Yeah. We're going to need, it's been snowing up at Pikes Peak, so we're going to need layers. You're going to need wool socks and gloves and hats. And so
did you have all this?
I did not, but Amazon Prime, not sponsored, but you can. And we had to meet at 3:30 because we had to start hiking at the bottom of Pikes Peak in Manitou Springs. And I had my little headlamp on that I borrowed from my coworker.
I saw that in the video.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was amazingly helpful because it was dark as crap. And you just start walking. Like, it was like, I don't know if I was mentally prepared. It's probably good I just ripped off the Band-Aid.
Did you go up a trail or a road, or how did you go up the mountain?
So we got on a bus in Manitou, and it took us to the trailhead, which is the path that you just start walking up. And it started with stairs, and then it became a trail. And I don't know that I didn't do my research on purpose because I did not really want to
scare yourself
comprehend
and think,
what was going to be happening. Yeah. And so, like, mile 2, I'm like, wow, it's hot. Like, it was hot. So I start, like, taking layers off because we thought it was going to be freezing. And
little did you know.
I'm like, oh, did we really only just pass the 2-mile marker? And Laurel's like, yeah, it's 13 miles. I was like, oh, dear Lord.
13 miles.
11 miles left to go. So I walked. Yeah.
Up. This isn't like the 12 miles that I rode the bike one time and almost passed out.
And that was a bike.
That was a bike. You're going up. You're climbing up.
Yeah, I didn't know. I knew, but I didn't. So I found that I didn't like to look up, like forward. I like to look at my feet because I didn't want to see the challenge ahead. And it was just slow and steady wins the race. I had my turtle backpack on.
A turtle, how you doing?
People be like, "Oh, nice turtle backpack," and I'm like, "Slow and steady, slow and steady." And so we get to the midway point, and I vlogged a little bit. You could check out the vlog.
Wrinkle Sheets on YouTube.
Yeah, get to the halfway point, and I hadn't used the bathroom since I left the house, right? And so I went to go stand in line, and Laurel's like, well, we do need to go pretty quickly, so get in line. And there were only 2 bathrooms and a very long line of women. And I'm like, yeah, I really don't think I have to go. So we stopped, and I brought some Girl Scout cookies. There were a big old pile of Cheez-Its. You know how I feel about Cheez-Its.
You brought the Cheez-Its? Or somebody? There's
the
state
organization
had a spot for you guys to kind of stop, snack.
And they had jelly beans.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, all the things. So then we start hiking again, and I didn't go to the bathroom, but I start hiking, and I'm like, oh, my stomach. I'm like,
oh, no.
That sucks. But I powered through, and then we're going. I'm like, oh, mile marker 9, that's amazing. And just chug along, and then we get like 2 miles from the top, and I didn't have, the gas tank was empty. I was like, oh, I don't know how to do this. I was listening to music. I didn't bring headphones. So I finally got to the point where I'm just blasting my music out loud. If people have a problem with it, it doesn't matter. This is what's pushing me. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get through one song before I rest again. I couldn't. I was like, oh, that's a good sit and rock. I felt like Winnie the Pooh.
So you were about done at this point? Like,
yes.
You may not make it?
But my feet and my legs were like, nope. And I'm like, every time I'd stop, I'd drink a little bit of water. Well, the very last, mile, it's what they call the golden staircase. It's just a bunch of big rocks that you have to climb over. Dear Lord in heaven. I was like, this is bull. And I did not sound ladylike.
Were you having okay? Because I heard the oxygen is thin up there.
Yeah, so it was super thin. So at one point, Laurel's like, Janet, you should drink more water. And I was like, okay, cool. She's like, your lips are blue. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
That's
cool.
lack of oxygen.
Yeah. And we passed the very last checkpoint, and they're like, are you drinking enough water? And I was like, I'm trying to just walk here, buddy. And it was not the best version of myself. But finally made it to the top. One of the survivors of brain injury greeted me. I'm a survivor. Thank you so much for doing this. I start bawling. Thankfully I had sunglasses on. And I'm not a pretty, there's no pretty crying in Janet Land.
No,
I
not
am
at all.
ugly
No.
crying. And I just keep walking. And then the people were, oh, you want to take a picture? And Laurel's like, sure. And sweet Laurel, she was waiting on me. At one point I was like,
Did she beat you? She beat you to the top?
yeah, well, yes, of course. But
Okay.
she would have been ahead of me by like an hour and a half. But I was like, go, Laurel, go. I'll meet you at the top. She's like, I'm not effing leaving you, Janet. I'm like, friends. We are friends. I was like, okay, I won't say it again. And we made it to the top. We took pictures. It was exhausting.
Would you do it again? Would you raise? How much money did you raise?
Oh, $800. Yeah, it was crazy. I hate asking for money. Like I'm not a big fan of those things because I dislike. I've been sharing it on Facebook and everyone was ignoring it. So finally, I asked my VP at work. I was like, "So Laurel and I are doing this Pikes Peak thing. We're $150 from our goal. Can I send out the link to the team?" She's like, "Oh yeah, send it to everyone in the office." She's so sweet, and. So I didn't send it to everyone, but I just sent it to my team, and it was amazing. It went boop, 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 and you donated finally. I was like, are you going to help? And you gave way more than you had to, but it was for a good cause. And we did it, and I'm not going to ever do that one again. There are 14ers, because it's above 14,000 feet. That's why it's a 14er. Mm-hmm. That are much shorter than 13 miles. Like you can do, I think there's one that's like 6 miles, and that's up and down.
So who enjoys this? Who enjoys
Laurel,
like being like their lungs hurt and your head hurts and you don't have oxygen and
well, Laurel said she's like every single time I do one of these, I get to a point where my feet hurt and I'm dead tired, and I go, why do I find this to be fun? And then I turn around and I do it again. And guess what she might be doing this weekend?
Another one of these?
Another 14er. I'm like, I'm good. It's probably going to be the last weekend in the 90s. And guess where I'm going to be? Paddle boarding. That's where I'm going to be.
Because you have a paddleboard now. I don't know.
do.
Did we?
I think so. Maybe.
I don't think we mentioned it on the last podcast.
Yeah. For my birthday, you're the best husband ever for many reasons. But one reason
many reasons
is that you bought me a paddleboard, and so now it's like still 90-degree weather. They're not renting paddleboards out, but I get to still paddleboard
because you have your own.
I'm so
now.
happy.
You're a sup girl.
You love using that acronym.
Sup girl. Well, I started to see. Now that you've gotten into this,
I love
I
the
see
paddleboards.
it everywhere. Mm-hmm. I was working on a cruise ship up by Maine. Mm-hmm. And I took you that picture of there was a whole paddleboarding store right there on Bar Harbor, Maine. It was.
Did they have anything that I needed?
Oh, they had all kind of stuff. That's where I got the idea to buy you that. I
have a
suction bottle.
Yeah, and it also holds GoPros. It says.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So I got it. I looked around this store and I thought I don't want to buy it now because I don't want to put it in my suitcase. But I had ideas, and I got back to the ship and was like, "Hey, I'll look that up on Amazon." Yeah, I'll look that up on Amazon. So there'll be several things more coming that I saw at the paddleboard. But I bought you the stickers, the sup stickers.
I don't know if I'm going to put those in my scrapbook or if I'm going to put those on my paddleboard.
You should just stick them on your Well, I don't know.
I know.
Do they come off the paddleboard? Aren't you supposed to stick those on your window of your car? No, you don't, girl.
I need it to be pink if it's going to be on my car.
Oh. Really?
Yeah. There's a dress code to be on my car.
Well, just slap it on your computer or something then. Just, sup, girl, computer.
Yes.
But does anybody else you work with, are they
Laurel.
Sup people?
Laurel. I tend to cycle through being really close to friends, and then they get in relationships, and then I find a new single friend. So she is in between boyfriends right now.
Oh, so that's perfect.
Yeah. So I'm like, she's the one that she's like, hey, you want to go paddleboarding? I'm like, I've never done this before. Yes, I do.
For the people that are listening that are maybe not well informed or maybe wanting to know about paddleboarding, what do you give them your board? What's the name of it? And do you like it? And what's the size? Or did I throw you off on this?
I'm not prepared for
but
this.
That's okay.
But it is amazing. So we did a lot of research.
You did. You tried an inflatable, didn't you?
Yeah. So I spent a lot of time spending a lot of money renting and trying the different paddleboards out to find out what I wanted. And I found that the inflatable, even though they're easier to transport, they are not as stable, the ones I tried. It's already hard enough for me to stand up on the darn things. I need them to be solid, right? And so we found, where is it? You would be able to pull it up faster than me. It's probably in your history.
Oh, I'd have to really go through
It's a Bic.
Yeah, it's a Bic by the same people that make the shavers.
Yeah, and the pens.
And the pins. It's those people.
Yes.
And it's a 10-footer.
It's a 10-foot, so it's...
Don't they come at what lengths did you
I think
try?
like 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, mine is wider, so it's more of a beginner and more for like lake and
yoga.
Yeah, maybe.
Are you going to try that?
You know what?
Because that was one of the ads they had up at that sup place I went to. They had I sent you a picture. Paddleboard yoga, or first thing in the morning, like a sunrise yoga on a paddleboard.
We have a lady that used to come to our office to teach yoga, and she leads paddleboard yoga classes at the reservoir that I go to. So I don't know when. Maybe I'll check that out next year.
Next year? You want to get good at it before you...
Yeah, it's so peaceful. I just love being on the water. I always have.
And now you have a new excuse to,
I know, and
to
I
be
can
on
just
any type of water, a
pop out
lake,
there.
a reservoir, a creek.
I can pop out there, yes.
I'm surprised you don't have it on the top of your car when you go to work, because you're like 5 minutes from...
So Laurel and I are going to look into getting a pass to go to the Aurora Reservoir, because it's right by work. Maybe seeing if they do like family, like, hey, I have another car, and we can split the cost. But anyway, and that's our plan. But it's so unpredictable here in Colorado. It seems like all throughout July, it's hot, sunny, and then 3 o'clock comes around and it's like hailing.
Well, that's what happened the weekend that I was going to take Dylan out, my son. We were going to go kayaking, because that's what I've kind of gotten into.
Right.
And we got there, and just as we got to the reservoir, they closed the rental of the kayaks because, well, it's getting cloudy. We don't know what it's going to do, and we don't want people on the lake.
They're very particular.
And Dylan was like, we should have got here earlier. Like, we all know every afternoon in Colorado, it gets like that. But
like, I went this last Sunday, and it was beautiful. It was so beautiful.
Well, we beat a record.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't care. I love it.
93. It was 93 yesterday, and it beat the record. I think today was supposed to have been 95.
It was very warm and windy, but it was a warm wind. The best kind of winds. I know.
I bet you would probably do it in the chilly water. You will probably you will turn into one of these that rents gets the wetsuit, the rubber suit, and you're like, I'm still going out. I'm dedicated.
I don't know. I like the warmth, but I haven't not thought of that.
Really? You have thought of it?
Yeah. It's just
that's
so
why I
peaceful.
haven't bought the kayak. I found the one that I liked, but I thought it's already going to September. It's going to be ready to snow soon. What am I going to just buy it and stick it in the garage? Maybe I'll wait till next summer.
You could find them at a discounted rate right now.
Then that hit me too. I thought, well, if I wait till the middle of winter, it might actually be on sale. Mm-hmm. So
I took my friend Amanda out to Aurora Reservoir. I was like, you should come out with me. And she's like, I don't know. I was like, you could start on your knees. We'll both do knees. And we get there, and it was too windy for them to rent paddleboards. Uh-huh. And so they're like, do you want to rent a kayak? She's like, actually, I think that would be better. And she had so much fun. She's found one for like $130 at Walmart.
Yeah.
That she's like, I should have bought that, because we tried to go last weekend and they weren't renting anymore.
Yeah, that's why if you have your own, they can't tell you no.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I looked at that one at Walmart. It's not a horrible. It's just like a little one person.
And it's open though.
It's open.
See, she wants it open. I was like, Steve doesn't want an open one.
No, I like the closed.
And he wants a cup holder for his Starbucks.
Yeah, I found the one I found. It's closed, mm-hmm. and it has it's designed for fishing, and it has three mounted where you can stick your poles.
That's awesome.
In it, and then it has like a little a cubby in the front cubby hole that you can raise up and put tackle and stuff in it.
That just seems so practical.
Yeah. So, and then it's got these straps on the side like the, what do they call, like the bungee cord
Mm-hmm.
things, so you can put your paddle in, so you don't have to worry about your paddle falling off while you're fishing.
That's so smart.
Yeah, and it's not really expensive. I looked at they have some of the fishing ones that are super expensive.
Right. Those are for like hardcore people.
Hardcore. And I'm like, I just want to paddle around and maybe maybe fish,
That's what is so cool. That's why Aurora Reservoir is my favorite place to go. One, it's close. I can take all back roads. And the boats, they're just fishing boats. So you could easily bring your kayak. People do it all the time.
Yeah.
You could come fishing. I could go paddling. And there's not like a lot of motorboats. Like we went to Cherry Creek on my birthday and it was windy. And then there's Sea-Doos and like those douchebag boats.
Oh, yeah?
You
What
know
are
I'm talking
douchebag
about?
boats?
I don't know. Like
What are douchebag boats?
like there's,
The speedboaty looking stuff. Yes.
Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have called them the DB.
That's
boats.
okay.
I'm sure there's lots of people listening that.
Do you have
them.
a douchebag boat? Let us know.
When you're a beginning paddleboarder, that's what they are, because they create these waves and you're like, whoa, 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 I'm gonna fall off. So I don't like them.
Yeah.
But Laurel says there's another part of Cherry Creek where you can go that's away from those boats, and she's going to show me sometime.
Well, I like the thing, the being able to fish and kayak. Like the first place you took me was really nice. The very first place.
Yeah, Soda Lake.
Yeah, that was really nice. It was calm and beautiful. But you couldn't fish. And so it would be a place that you'd want to be able to go that you could if you wanted to.
That's why Aurora Reservoir is so amazing.
I might wet a hook,
Yeah, that's why the reservoir in Aurora is so amazing.
Yeah. So other than that, what's new and going on in your life?
Big Brother UK, Celebrity Big Brother UK just ended.
I know. It was a good season.
It really was.
It really was.
I was giving Kate the synopsis. And she's like, the Big Brother here in the US just isn't as good as. I'm like, I know. You and Steve, be friends. Yeah, yeah.
I always say that.
This year they had Kirstie Alley.
Mm-hmm. She was great.
She was so good. There was some major drama, though, with other people in the house. If we talk about it, people listening probably won't know what we're talking about.
But if you could still go back. If you're interested in Celebrity Big Brother UK, it is on YouTube, and you can go back and watch the entire thing. It's really good. Let's don't do spoilers for them.
No, but it's high maintenance. You have to. It's like 40 minutes every single day.
Yeah, and then bits on the side, which is
I don't even watch that every day.
You don't every day?
No, I don't have time.
I guess I do because I'm on the ship.
Yeah.
But I just got. But you have to be dedicated almost to go. I'm watching.
Yeah, the rest of my
this.
YouTube life kind of goes to the side. I don't know what Floor's doing. Grace Helbig, is she even doing things anymore? I don't know, because I've been watching Celebrity Big Brother.
Oh, I haven't watched Grace in a while either. Yeah. Well,
She's been
you're
in
right.
Australia.
That's what happens is you get into this the show and I got to watch that, and then I got another hour of this, and
I do have a trip planned. The flight is booked. I'm going to Canada.
What?
The first week of October.
Wow.
I know. I'm so excited.
Am I home?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You get to take care of the animals.
Oh, that's like we need to figure this out then.
No. I definitely looked at that. But yeah, I'm flying into Montreal, and then we're going to be then flying to Val d'Or, where there's like this really deep mine, like thousands and thousands of feet deep, that we get to go into. And then we get to go to Brownsburg, which is one of our manufacturing facilities just out of Montreal, and then we come back. It's I think 4 days.
Well, very nice.
Yeah, it's Kate and I.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it. Canada is very pretty.
They have ketchup chips.
Yeah. Well, that's where I was going to go with this, because I was in Canada the beginning of this week.
And you brought all the ketchup
and
chips.
I bought several brands of ketchup chips. And the lady at the store, when I walked up to the counter with ketchup chips, she goes, "Taking these back to America, eh?" And I go, "Yes." Why?
Yes,
she goes,
I am.
Everybody does this. She goes, "Everybody buys ketchup chips and takes them back." And then I posted on Facebook that I bought these ketchup chips and how delicious they were.
Right.
And everybody's like, "Oh, they're here. They're here. They're in Idaho. Oh, I saw them in such and such." And I've never seen them at all in America. And then another guy posted under my Facebook picture. He goes, "I work for Lay's potato chips, and I've never heard of Lay's ketchup chips."
That's right.
But they're true. They are. I bought Lay's ketchup chips. but they're amazing. They're really good. Are you looking at my...
I'm looking up USA ketchup chips, and nope.
They said they were there.
Yeah, and it says they do sell ketchup-flavored potato chips in the U.S.
But not anywhere near us. That's what I can't. So I brought back, it was almost $30 worth of ketchup chips.
So I may have a stand-in for you for trying things video.
Okay.
Because my coworker and his sons love our trying things video, and his sons are like, you got to get Janet to try a creme brulee McFlurry when she's here.
Okay.
And you could sit with her.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, cool.
That sounds great.
Yeah, a creme brulee McFlurry, because they had the Cadbury cream egg McFlurries during Easter, and I was like, Matthew, you must go. And he's like,
Can't they pack it in dry ice and send it to you?
No, I think there's like customs issues. Like, we have to be careful when we send paper up there.
There's a weird thing about the food coming across, because I just came through Canadian Customs, and they were like, do you have anything to declare? No products, no tobacco, no food products. And I go, well, just all these chips. I had 2 big bags. I'll go, just these chips that I bought in the airport. And he goes, okay. So I guess if you buy it in the airport, it's okay. But I don't understand what the food. What are you bringing? Food products? What are you trying to sneak some Canadian stuff into the States?
That's weird. They said they looked at trying to send me a Cadbury cream egg McFlurry, and it wasn't going to work out. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your Canadian trip.
I'm so excited. You were just there. I like it at work. I was like, Steve was in Nova Scotia yesterday. I got ketchup chips. Yay! And he's home.
I did not get to see enough of Nova Scotia because the ship docked. I got off the ship, took a cab to the airport. But driving through the city, it's a beautiful city. Nova Scotia is gorgeous.
I hear Canada's pretty.
A lot of Canada's really pretty. And then there's other parts in the middle of it. You're just like, it's flat and it's cold and it's...
I was speaking with someone in Alberta today, and they're like, oh, yeah, we're below freezing now. I'm like, it's 90.
Yeah. It may be... Ooh. I hate when this thing it does updates.
Did you broke it?
No, you know that.
Did you broke it?
You know this computer does updates?
Yes.
And just randomly bling bling. So, yeah, where you're going to go might be really cold. Are you going to be prepared for that in October?
I own warm clothing.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, someone just tagged us in a popsicle that is flavored ketchup, ranch, and barbecue. I wonder if that's real. You see these things every once in a while.
You never know. It's because our ketchup talk was on all over the...
Oh, was it?
Yeah. The ketchup chip picture kind of went like everybody was talking about that.
Oh.
What?
Nothing.
What? You can't go, what a podcast.
You know how Facebook people like to post sad things?
What did they post?
Someone's ill.
Who's ill?
Nobody that you know. It was just a sad, sorry. Burt Reynolds died. Bummer.
Wow. Somebody ill. Facebook. Burt Reynolds died.
He had a heart attack.
Is that what it was? That was the
cardiac arrest.
Oh man, that really hit me hard. I was Burt hurt. I was.
Your Burt was hurt?
I was Burt hurt. I was a big Burt Reynolds fan. I mean, big fan. Because I watched him on Gunsmoke when I was a kid.
Yeah. He was a cutie when he was young.
I kind of watched his entire career, and then all through the 70s when he did the Smokey and the Bandit stuff. And he was so good in Best Little Whorehouse in Texas with Dolly Parton. I don't think you've ever seen that, have you?
No, I have not.
It is such a good movie. Is that one of those movies your parents said, you can't?
Probably with that word in it.
Really?
Yes.
It's a musical. Do you know the story of Best Little Whorehouse?
No.
There was an actual in LaGrange, Texas, outside LaGrange.
I see a lot of people post pictures in LaGrange.
Well, there was a ZZ Top song called LaGrange.
Oh.
Rumors spreading round about this Texas town, about this little house outside LaGrange. Mm-hmm. But it was a house of prostitution that everybody knew about, and the sheriff kind of kept it protected and kept it, going. And we had a reporter in Houston named Marvin Zindler.
Okay.
And Marvin went down and got the whorehouse shut down.
Okay.
And it caused a big stink in Texas. I mean, because the football teams used to go there after, if they won a game.
Like it was
It was like this, and now the whole team gets to go to the
whorehouse?
Yeah. It was this weird little, it was before my time, so I'm giving you that.
That's good.
But that's what the musical is about, was based on this true story.
Oh, okay.
And Burt Reynolds plays the sheriff, and Dolly Parton plays the madam of the house.
Oh, I saw Dolly posted something really sweet, but not everyone's had great things to say about him.
Really?
Yeah, Kathleen Turner says that working with Burt Reynolds was terrible. She said that, a few weeks ago. Sally Fields is glad that Burt Reynolds won't read her upcoming memoir because it would hurt him. She's the woman that got away. Like, he said that a few years ago.
Yeah, he has said that she was the love of his life.
But she says he was so controlling and insecure. She had to feed him, like, Xanax and other drugs. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not tainting your...
No, you're not. You're not tainting him. I was going to, because I'm been writing this, making myself some notes, because I'm going to do was going to do a podcast on my own.
With Burt Reynolds Ghost?
Pretty much.
Okay.
But I was going to kind of do a lot of talk about Burt, because I thought Burt Reynolds was a great actor. He really was a really good actor. And he got fired in the 60s on the same day that Clint Eastwood got fired. Ooh. The same, because Burt was on Gunsmoke. Clint Eastwood was on a show called Rawhide.
Why did Burt Reynolds get fired?
They said he couldn't act. He'd already been on the show for 3 years. But apparently this is what the story that I read, that he couldn't act. And they fired Clint Eastwood because his Adam's apple was too big. And they thought he was...
Too manly.
Yeah. So both of those guys ended up being major stars. Mm-hmm. But I always thought that, like, Clint Eastwood's career has been massive all of his life. He's never been out of the spotlight, whether it was acting or directing or whatever. And Burt, for whatever reason, fell out of favor, and I've never figured that out. He was massive in the 70s and 80s with all the Smokey and the Bandit and the movies.
Well, if he was insecure and controlling...
Another update.
No, I think that was God telling you, ding, ding, Janet, you're right.
You're right. But I don't know, but people put up with a lot of stuff in Hollywood. If you're making money and people love you, they're going to...
I just helped my dad move into an apartment, and that was one of his movies, and he's like, I think I scratched it. I'm like, oh crap! Of course you did. I bet the cost of Smokey and the Bandit just like rose by 25%. I'm like, of course you scratched that one.
Well, that will be, I think, what'll happen on TV soon. That there will be like this Burt Reynolds movie marathon, like they do John Wayne. Like it's John Wayne Day on Inspiration Channel.
Well, back in Missouri, they're showing Smokey and the Bandit in movie theaters right now.
Are they?
Yeah, I was like, who's making money off this? That's sad. But my dad's like, I don't know.
Well, he made a movie.
It's coming out, right?
Well, I think it came out. Well, he wasn't able. He was signed to do the new Quentin Tarantino movie. Oh. He was supposed to be in the brand new one that hasn't started filming yet. Mm-hmm. But he did a movie called I think it's The Last Action Hero or The Last Movie Star, something like that, where he plays basically himself.
Okay.
And he gets this invite to come to this film festival that's not real. Okay. But he doesn't know, and he goes anyway, and all the kids are like, nobody ever shows up for this. We've never had a star show. And it got really good reviews, and I haven't seen it yet. It didn't get wide release.
The Last Movie Star. It's starring him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like, it's supposed to be like even the movie is about he's dying or whatever, and this is the end, and all his friends are like, yeah, go one more time, go be a celebrity, go to the film festival. And so I really want to see that movie because it got really good reviews, and they said it was some of his best work. And
interesting.
And he had signed, I read on one of the articles when he died that his agent had said he had signed up for a bunch of new movies.
He was targeting his third comeback with Tarantino film.
Yeah.
He filed bankruptcy. He was bad with money. He said in an interview I watched after he passed away, I think it was with E or E.T. or one of those people, the interviewer was like, "You made a lot of money. What happened?" He's like, "I made a lot of money and I spent a lot of money." I guess someone, like, he had filed bankruptcy, put his house up, he sold all his trophies and stuff.
Yeah, all of his awards and costumes.
Like, his neighbor bought his house, but let him live in it until he died. Kind of like
really?
a Hugh Hefner ordeal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Look at me, I know things.
I knew that he had the Burt Reynolds museum that people said had turned in kind of a joke. You know, that people were like, and they were like, "He's a star. This should never be a joke." And now they're talking about it might have a resurgence because, you know, the people are rediscovering Burt Reynolds. Like, he should have never gone away. You know, he was such a good actor. Why didn't, like De Niro? He's always playing these parts all forever, basically playing himself in every movie now.
Right.
You know, how come Burt Reynolds was just not like, "And now get me Burt Reynolds for this movie"? I don't know. You know?
I don't know.
I'd love to know more about. I think it had something to do
with his mustache.
No, with Lonnie Anderson, his ex-wife.
Oh, I remember. Like, that's one of my first memories of him.
Is it?
Because I always thought she was so beautiful.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
I don't know, but she was blonde and beautiful.
Yes.
And I was like, "Oh, she's marrying Burt Reynolds?
Yeah.
Who is this man?"
And apparently, it was one of the ugliest divorces in Hollywood history. And it just ended like a couple years ago.
Same interviewer was like, "So you gonna get married again?" And Burt's like, No.
It was like a 20-year divorce.
That's ridiculous. Is she still kicking?
Yeah, she's still kicking. I don't know that she's acting or doing it. I probably not because I haven't seen her in anything. But yeah,
They obviously didn't have a prenup.
Obviously, we don't have a prenup.
Right, but I have
Are you going to take my computer when I die?
I have promised on the podcast that if you ever decide to kick me out, well, that might change. But if we're never going to break up, you're stuck with me till you're dead, or I'm dead.
God said, "I agree."
First. Yeah, that's what marriage is. Like, we talked about this like, when we first started dating, you were like, "You don't want to ever get married," and I was like, "Yeah, I kind of do."
Why? I was like, why?
Because I haven't done it.
Yeah, but it's,
and you're like, "You don't want to have kids, do you?" I was like, no, I'm good with that department. So I think you were like trying to feel it out. I was like, if the marriage thing is a problem, we need to know, because it was early on. We were driving, I think somewhere like toward Boulder. I remember being on Highway 36. And I was like, "Oh, this could get me kicked out of this car." I was like, yes, I do want to get married. I do. I just want to experience it. And I was like, but I feel like people don't take marriage seriously this day and age. I agree. My relationship before you was many years long, because I've never been one to be like, "Let's jump into things.
Are we doing this or not?
Right.
Are we getting married or not? Am I wasting the best years of my life with you or not?"
Right. I think people don't take it as seriously as they once did.
Well, I think a lot
marriage
of people...
is forever.
Is it?
What?
See, that's what I'm saying. You have that, and I like that. I like that attitude.
Okay, good. I was like, crap.
But so many people don't. Like, you know, like my parents were married almost 69 years.
My parents were married 33 and they divorced.
Yeah.
Like, really? Really?
But nowadays, people, if they make it 5 or 6 years, they're like, "Oh, yeah, how'd you do it?" You know, I don't think people think long term anymore. I've heard people say that they think marriage licenses ought to be renewable. I've heard that recently. That
would give the government another reason to make us pay more.
I know, but they think that you should be able like so they're not lasting like they used to. So if you're in it for 5 years and it expires, you don't have to worry about the big divorce. You know, your license.
Just walk away.
Yeah, it's like, well, we're done. The license ran out, and we should either renew it or don't. Or I'm like, this is really sad that people think of marriage that way.
Yeah, and I've always thought of marriage as a permanent thing. And my parents got divorced while you and I were together. Yes, we were. And it didn't affect me as it probably would have affected most people.
No, I think I sort of remember you being like, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like, good. Maybe they can finally go their own way and be happy.
I don't foresee us ever going down the path my parents went down. That was a big mess. They like oil and water. Like they were great for many years, and then all of a sudden oil and water. Like it was like, you guys are toxic for each other and pushing. Yeah, it was good. But I still believe that marriage is forever. Their situation was a little bit different than the average Joe.
I know we've talked about it on here before, but I don't think people really go into marriage thinking what you're thinking anymore. I think people are like,
I'm an old soul.
Well, we both like to kayak, so we got married. Or we both like to climb 14ers, so we got married. And then they're like, wow, we realized that's all we had in common.
Right.
That's absolutely it. We have nothing else in common.
And we have a lot of things that we don't have in common, but we enjoy our time together. And we do the things we like to do outside of... That's why your traveling doesn't really affect us.
Yeah, because we both...
There's a good balance.
We're both living our own lives together.
Is that bad?
No, I don't. I think it's actually been really good. I think it's one of the reasons that...
We work.
We do work.
Because if you were here 365...
We would drive each other crazy.
Yes.
Because today, when you came home from work...
I was just like...
I was waiting for you to get home because I wanted to shoot a video. Like, I had an idea for a video, and I was like... And you were like, really? This is what I come home to?
I didn't come home to a love, a hug, passionate kiss. Like, oh, I miss you so much, baby. I came home and, hey, you need to hand me this in a video. And not the sexy kind of video, people. Dirty minds.
No, it's one of my liberal Larry videos that but you were like, oh, really? But that's the difference in, like, I get this, I can't wait for you to get home because I want to do this with you, and you're like, well,
I'm a girl. I like to be cuddled and loved, and you're only home a couple days out of the month, so it would be nice.
True. And now we have to figure out about next year, because I just got a ton of work offered from...
So this is my stance. I know you need work, because everyone needs to work. I have to go to work 5 days a week. Mm-hmm. And so do the work thing. Just try and be home a little more this year.
All right, I will definitely do that. But they
don't miss my birthday. Do not miss my birthday.
They offered
July 27th.
They offered me more work than they did last year, and last year bugged you.
Maybe because it was like our first year of marriage, and it was more than the year before.
Oh, because I do remember you telling me. I believe we have spent less time together now that we're married.
Yes, we have. Like our 1 year anniversary, I have all these messages from my bridal shower that we're supposed to open together on our 1 year anniversary, and you're not even going to be here.
Well, we could open them before, after.
No.
What, you can't?
No, the magic ends.
Oh. The magic is over at 1 year?
No. And I have since we didn't have a wedding cake, I have a bridal shower cake that we're supposed to eat.
You have a slice of it, or
in the freezer?
Oh,
it's gonna taste like crap. They say.
Why do people do that?
I don't know.
Put the top of usually it's the top of the cake, right, or whatever it is. Put
I don't
that
think
in
it's
the freezer.
Top. It's just a piece. We don't have to. We can eat a little Debbie.
I'd be okay with that. Maybe get a ding dong, chocolate ding dong, and say,
little ho ho,
little ho ho, ho.
Thanks for being my ho ho
ho ho. Thanks for being my ho ho. Yeah, that's exactly. I wonder where that got started from. Like, save a piece of your cake. Save a piece of... That was just something else somebody came up with. This. Or you Google. Hold on.
I am Googling.
She's Googling. She's going to find out why we save a piece of the wedding cake. Why do you save the very top?
Pre-18th century, the contemporary wedding cake has grown out of several different ethnic traditions. One of the first traditions began in ancient Rome, where a cake of wheat or barley was broken over the bride's head
to
bring good fortune to the couple.
We should have done that.
Why do we eat wedding cake on the first anniversary? Preserve your wedding cake and eat it on your anniversary. Preserving the top tier of your wedding cake and eating it a year later is known as an omen for good luck. You'll get to celebrate your first anniversary together by reliving one of the most special moments you've shared.
Oh, I don't know.
Silly.
That's silly. I agree. That is silly. Why do you want a piece of nasty cake?
Right? Don't you want to have a good experience?
Why wouldn't you just go get a nice fresh cake and celebrate your 1 year?
Go to Nothing Bunt Cakes. They got great bunt cakes. They have little buntinis.
But they go right to your bunt.
They do. But you're not even going to be here for the anniversary.
Huh, I'm sorry.
You're not going to be here for Thanksgiving.
I'm sorry.
Not for Christmas.
I asked you about that one.
I know.
Don't act like, because I asked you about... Okay.
About which one?
About the Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then I said it for Christmas because we talked about you possibly going again at Christmas, and I don't think that's going to work out. So,
No,
but that
I
was
do not have
that's
any
actually what
vacation
kind of,
Yeah, so I'm going to go to San Francisco for Thanksgiving, and then Butterfly and I are going to Beverly and Bill's house for Christmas Eve and Christmas.
Well,
I got plans.
I'm home Christmas Eve. Aren't I?
Don't you leave like
No, I think I leave on the 25th. I think
you leave on Christmas?
Huh? I think I leave on Christmas.
Well,
That's why I thought we'd at least be able to have Christmas Eve with the kids and stuff, and then leave. But
You're right. You do. Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
okay. See, I'm not as bad as you make me out to be. Wow. You'd already made You've made plans with other people.
But they're fine.
Will that be okay if we
Butterfly
go?
and I will come over on Christmas Day
Okay.
after we drop you off at the airport.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, I'm surprised you wouldn't want to just do Christmas with family. You were already like, I'm going to go to these other people's house.
You're right. I should probably check with the family first.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops.
Wow. So you don't like the family. Is that what you're saying?
No, I do. I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. I spend a lot of time with friends. I'm not a family person. I'm really bad.
So the family did not even pop into your head at first. Wow.
See why I'm going
not
to
even
hell?
my sister and her husband, or
They never do anything for the holidays.
Well, I know, but
doesn't her husband hate Christmas?
No, but she loves it. Remember, she's
I know.
she decorates the whole
They're
house look like Santa's workshop.
I know. I can't wait to see their new house decorated.
So yeah, and then all right, fine. I see how this is.
All of a sudden, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, when the family listens to this podcast and finds
They
out how
don't even pay attention to us.
When I title it, "Hey Family, listen to what Janet thinks about you and Christmas."
I love the family. I really do. The kids are going to stay with me in the next week or two. Next weekend. Next
Good.
weekend.
Yeah. They're excited, by the way.
I know.
They're
so
really
excited. You have some Xanax? No, I'm kidding. There's 3 children, and that's a lot. And we don't have Plex anymore. And they don't know that.
Oh, they don't, because they'll be like, Can we watch Sing again? Can we watch Sing again?
I'll be like, I have Amazon. I have Netflix.
There's Netflix and Hulu. I think Hulu's still on
Do we have
there.
Hulu?
I think so. And Amazon Prime's got a lot of movies.
Yeah, but
So-
a lot of them you have to buy. I had to buy Varsity Blues and Twister.
Well, that's why I said Amazon Prime. You have to look for it says it on there.
I know, but the movies I wanted to watch that night, I had to buy.
I skip movies a lot because I go, I think about, I got to pay for that one? No, I'll watch the free one.
But I walked into the night going, I want to watch Twister. And then I want to watch James Vanderbeek in Varsity Blues.
Because he has the best crying face ever.
That's in Dawson's Creek.
Oh, is that what that was from? I just know there's that meme of him, the best crying face. He does like a Janet crying face.
I know. We're like, he could be my older brother.
Same forehead.
You're an asswipe. Oh! That was mean. I love you, but what?
What, does he have a big forehead?
Yeah.
Huh? He has a big forehead.
Do I have a big forehead?
He has like a 6 head.
You tell me not to get bangs.
Huh?
Because when my hair starts growing out, my forehead seems to look bigger to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need bangs. And you're like, no, you don't need bangs.
because you don't do bangs properly.
I don't do bangs properly. How do you do bangs, sir?
You cut them like
Abby from NCIS.
Whoa! Even worse than that. You cut them short. You know, I've always like bangs that are like right at your you
can't
right at the
see if they're at your eyelids.
You can too. This is not going to sound. It looks like she cut him herself.
Oh, boom. Lena thinks I should just chop it all off like her.
No, I don't think so at all.
I'm like, Steve would not like that, Lena.
I was looking at Time Hop. I love Time Hop because
Time Hop.
it throws pictures back, and you go,
my hair used to
look
be
how
longer.
long this was just 3 years ago. But like one day, who talked you? I don't remember who talked you into cutting it all off.
I did not realize how much I was cutting off.
I did.
Shut up. Don't yell at me. You yelled at me once. She was like, well, it's pretty unhealthy, so if we cut it up to here, it won't be unhealthy anymore.
Why'd you tell her no?
Because I didn't really realize how much it was. It was after a long day at work.
If she says, I'm going to cut it up to here, did you not know where here was?
You know what? I've been working to grow it out.
But that's the perfect example of why when everybody says, hey, it's only hair, it'll grow back. No.
It's not growing back very fast.
Nobody's hair grows back that fast.
Yeah, it's
when
not.
When they say, oh, it's just going to grow back, you should go, no.
I learned my lesson, babe.
Well, I feel I get
we
the
gotta
same.
stop feuding like this.
I get the same thing too, though. People will say, why don't you try a different style? No, because I like my hair, and maybe I'd like it. Maybe I'd like a different style for like 6 months or something.
If you like,
but then no.
Yeah, if you cut it really short, I might yell at you. But you were mad at me. Like the family came over that night. And
I was mad.
And you were mad?
I was mad.
And
because it was looking
Ashley
good. It was looking good.
He's mad. And I was like, I know, it's just hair.
It'll grow back.
Ashley's hair does just grow back. She has one of those freak hair that just goes boop, like overnight.
It'll grow back.
Anyway, let's talk about something else. We don't want to get into a fight. You're home 2 days this month. So let's talk about other people fighting. You want to?
Okay, who's fighting?
So I found this article on Fox News about some of the biggest country music feuds over the years.
Over the
years.
Not this year. Okay, go ahead.
So like number 9, Johnny Cash versus Grand Ole Opry. I didn't know about this one. Did you know about this one?
I did not know about this one.
The Man in Black was once banned from the Grand Ole Opry. In 1965, Cash broke the floor lights on the Opry stage, and let's just say the country music venue was not too pleased. I don't know how bad they wanted me in the first place, but the night I broke all the lights on stage with the microphone stand, they said they couldn't use me anymore. They got over their riff, and Cash was once again allowed back to the Opry stage before his death.
Oh, that's good.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know about that.
I thought you'd be like, oh, I remember.
No, some of these I may know, but not that one.
What about Blake Shelton and Ray Price?
No.
Yeah. So Blake Shelton is used to getting into trouble for his not so PG remarks, but one time he crossed hairs with the wrong country singer. Nobody wants to listen to your grandpa's music.
Oh, I do remember that.
The singer said during his GAC backstory interview, and I don't care how many of these old farts around Nashville going, my God, that ain't country. Well, that's because you don't buy records anymore, Jack Rabbit. The kids do, and they don't want to buy the music you were buying. So country legend Ray Price took offense to Shelton's words and fired back at the boys round here singer, saying, it's a shame that I have spent 60 years in this business trying to introduce music to a larger audience and to make it easier for young artists who are coming behind me. He responded on Facebook, you should be so lucky as us old timers check back in 60 years and let us know how your name and your music will be remembered. Boom.
Boom. Ray Price was he was one of the original sort of outlaw guys. He used different instruments in the music. He used big band.
He broke the rules.
He broke the rules originally. And but he stayed true to country. That was like, his music still has country sound, like Sunday Morning Coming Down. He did the Chris Christopherson song. He still did great country music, but he did different instruments and stuff. Little Ray Price trivia?
Okay, I'll try.
You ready?
I'm trying.
Okay.
Okay.
Ray Price, you know who his babysitter was?
Dolly Parton?
No.
Okay.
My grandmother.
Holy Muffin.
Yeah. Ray Price lived across the street from my grandmother. They had the farm across the street from each other. And my grandmother used to babysit Ray Price, and Ray Price used to play with my mom. And it's a very small world. It really is.
Do we keep in touch with the Price family?
I think Mom has stayed in touch with parts of the extended parts of the, how things will be like the third cousin down the road of, But no, they did not stay tight close. But I remember when I was a kid, Dad would come home with like a Ray Price album, and I would constantly hear, I used to babysit Ray Price. You're like, okay, Grandma, we know.
Oh, that's cute, though. Oh.
God thinks so, too.
Yes. The next one.
Uh-huh.
This is where you and I are going to split hairs. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's Travis Tritt versus Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh.
I remember this one. Do you remember this one?
Because Travis didn't like Billy Ray.
It was 1992, and Travis Tritt called Billy Ray Cyrus's Achy Breaky Heart frivolous and said the song doesn't really make much of a statement. Things might have ended there, but Travis not adding that the music video was an ass-wiggling contest.
Uh-huh.
Cyrus had his chance to fire back at Tritt when he won an AMA award for Favorite Country Single of the Year in 1993. As far as I'm concerned, to those people who don't like Achy Breaky Heart, here's a quarter. Call someone who cares. I remember sitting in my living room when that happened, and I was like, boom, Travis Tritt, boom.
He said it on TV?
Yes, he did.
Here's a quarter. Call someone who cares.
It was Billy Ray saying it, so he didn't say it like that.
Oh, he didn't say it like that?
No.
Because Travis has talent. Oh, snap.
This is where we split hairs.
I know.
I think
Go
they
ahead.
both have talent.
Who's the next one?
Toby Keith versus the Dixie Chicks.
Biggest feud ever.
Yeah. Everyone knows what happened there. We don't have to go into detail there,
Biggest
right?
because they went overseas and badmouthed the president, and Toby said, "No, it ain't happening."
And they were like, "Oh, ashamed to be from Texas."
Yeah, and then they were wearing T-shirts that said "FUTB" or something like that.
And he said, "Why don't you shut up and sing?"
Yeah,
and then Anyway.
And then they disappeared.
Truth. The next one, Gary Allan versus Taylor Swift and Carrie Underwood.
Oh, I don't know this one at all.
So during an interview with Larry King, Gary Allan was caught calling fellow singers Taylor Swift and Carrie Underwood pop artists making a living in the country genre. Underwood and Swift fans rushed to their defense, and Allan issued a clarification on his Facebook page. Country music has changed, Allan wrote. During the interview, I made it a point to say that my own music has changed over the years. I used to make very different music 10 to 15 years ago. You used to be able to turn on the radio and you knew exactly that it was a country station just by listening to it. And now you've got to leave it there for a second or two to figure it out.
Yeah.
He wouldn't quite call that an apology, but
yeah,
that was the best.
That was one of my.
I've heard he's an ass.
That was one of my complaints when I was working at the radio station, at the country station here. Is one day that exactly happened to me. I was listening to a radio station that I assumed was our station because they played like Taylor Swift and then Rascal Flatts, and there was one other, and I was like, oh. And then they went into some rap song, and I looked at the dial and went, oh, this is not. See, it shouldn't be. It should be like genres should be genres.
The next feud.
Yes, go ahead.
Charlie Rich versus John Denver. Before there were Kanye and Taylor, there was Charlie Rich and John Denver. When Denver was announced as the 1975 CMA Entertainer of the Year, a drunk Rich set fire to the piece of paper naming his fellow singer the winner.
Oh.
This almost makes what Kanye did seem not half bad. Almost.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you.
You don't remember that?
No,
I don't either because I wasn't born.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you finish. Hold on, I'm gonna.
But Beyonce. Oh goodness, here we go. Number 3.
Okay, number 3.
Lil Dolly Parton versus Porter Wagner.
Oh. Do
you remember this?
That's how she got her start, was on the Porter Wagner show.
Yeah, and Porter Wagner was discovered in a grocery store in West Plains, Missouri, which is just a few miles.
Wait, how was he discovered at a grocery store?
Was he playing?
Singing. Oh, okay.
No, he was stocking shelves and singing, and someone discovered him. Google.
I did not know that.
Boom. Anyway, Parton may have written I Will Always Love You for fellow country artist Porter Wagoner, but things were never always civil between the two duet partners. Parton left Wagner's band in 1974 when he subsequently filed a breach of contract suit against her. You don't remember this? It's because
I was in high school.
There was no social media back then.
No, this was, either you saw it on the news or you didn't.
And her comment was, I don't mean this in a bad way, but he was very much a chauvinistic pig, she told the LA Times. Is there a nice way to call someone a chauvinistic pig? Yeah, so that happened. I found this to be a very interesting article. This one about broke my heart.
This one right here?
Is when your faves and your faves go boom. Eric Church versus Miranda Lambert and Carrie Underwood.
Oh, is this why they broke up on the tour?
Okay, so what?
Remember they were touring together for a while.
Yeah, but that was before this.
Okay.
Yes. So doesn't Eric Church know not to start a fight with a girl who uses a shotgun as a mic stand? Yes, that would be very smart, Eric. When Rolling Stone asked Church how he felt about reality singing competition shows, the Outsider singer responded,
I remember
honestly, if Blake Shelton and CeeLo Green effing turn around in a red chair, you got a deal? That's crazy. I don't know what would make an artist do that. You're not an artist. Shelton's then wife and former Nashville star singer fired back at Church saying, thanks, Eric Church, for saying I'm not a real artist. Or Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, and Keith Urban. Church quickly issued an apology. The comment I made to Rolling Stone was part of a larger commentary on these types of reality television shows and the perception they create, not the artists involved with the shows themselves. The shows make it appear that artists can shortcut their way to success. Lesson learned, don't cross the feisty country chica. This was after...
Because she did Nashville Star.
Right. I went and saw the concert in Loveland when Eric Church opened for Miranda, and it was like the best day of my life because my two faves were singing. It was a CMT show, and so this was after because I remember going, "Oh no, that's never going to happen again." Yeah,
that's what I meant. That's probably one of the reasons they went. We're done. We're not doing this again.
They still have the CMT tour,
right? I'm talking about these two people.
Oh, got it. Yes. Yes. All right, number one. You're probably just going to roll your eyes.
The drum roll.
It's Zac Brown versus Luke Bryan.
Oh.
Shut up.
Don't care about either one.
The Zac Brown lead singer of the same name called Luke Bryan's single, That's My Kind of Night, the worst song he's ever heard. Brown didn't stop there. There are songs out there on radio right now that make me ashamed to even be in the same format as other artists. Bryan's superstar friend Jason Aldean quickly came to his fellow singer's defense. To those running their mouths, trust me when I tell you that nobody gives a S what you think. And Aldean wrote that on Instagram, so it's in writing. That's awesome. The two had eventually made up when at the 2000...
God agrees.
That was like perfect. At the 2013 CMA Awards, Carrie Underwood told the singers, we had nothing to fight about. You both made great records. You're both millionaires. She sang in the tune of Why Can't We Be Friends?
Why can't we be friends? That tune? Why can't we be friends?
Yeah, so those are country music's biggest feuds.
Oh, this was a podcast that was not only entertaining, but informative. This was one like an all-around ultimate podcast. See, if we did one every week, they might not always turn out as excellent as this one did.
That's why we don't do them every week.
That's got to be the only reason, right?
Only reason.
That has to be the only reason.
Where are you going tomorrow?
I'm getting back on the ship.
Yeah.
And then I'll be gone again. Well, thanks for listening and thanks for doing the podcast with me.
Thanks for coming home.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to come home every once in a while and see
every once in a while.
Bay.
You bay?
Bay.
You bay.
Is there a new saying that I should learn? Bay still it right now.
I think so. I've been watching the Bachelor series, so I would know if things changed. That'd be cray.
Because I want my life to be Instagram worthy.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, apparently that's a new saying that I've heard recently, that things need to be Instagram worthy.
So I wonder if mine is Instagram worthy.
The pictures you take, are they Instagram worthy? Or the clothes that you put on today, are they Instagram worthy? You know, Are the new headphones that you're buying, are they cool enough to be Instagram worthy?
I don't know.
You hadn't heard that one yet?
No.
So I'm sure this podcast
is Instagram worthy.
Thank you and good night. Look, before we leave, tell everybody how to find us.
What's your website?
I'm SteveMcGrew.com, but I'm not doing anything with it right now. I need to have it rebuilt.
Oh, I have a friend that's like, I keep watching his dates on his website, and he's not coming to Denver anytime soon.
No, I haven't even. I put my tour dates on there like a year ago when I first got all the ship dates, and I haven't updated anything. I don't like my website because you
have said the same thing for the entire time we've been together.
I know, but I did the website. I did the template where you can get the template, and I designed it on my laptop. And it looks okay on the laptop, but you look at it with a phone, and it's all jumbled.
It's not mobile friendly?
It's not mobile friendly. So that's why I don't even want to mess with it until one day I think I'm going to just hire somebody to become a webmaster. No. Mm-mm.
Didn't you
No, remember I got a friend to help me design the original website.
So never mind. You can find us on Facebook.com/Wrinkled Sheets Podcast. You can find us on Wrinkled Sheets, the number 1 on Instagram, Wrinkled Sheets on YouTube, the vlog. Yeah.
Just look up Wrinkled Sheets.
Just do it.
And you're Pink Barb 27. No, not anymore. But you are on Twitter. You're still on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Yeah.
I am Princess of Parker CO on Instagram. I don't know if that was a good idea.
You don't?
It was change. Change is scary.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next time.
Bye.